Hey everybody, it's the Shark Scrapper. Well, can you believe that all of this stuff was labeled as miscellaneous IT? Yep, the local aviation authority was having a little auction to get rid of some old IT stuff, and I won, and the price was almost nothing. Nobody was paying attention because of the label, miscellaneous IT. Well, let's take a look at what we got. Hey, don't forget the best way to watch out for the shark is to like and subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell with the all indication so you don't miss a single episode. And don't forget to tell your friends because, you know, they want to watch out for the shark too. All right, well, we had a very interesting pickup today. Again, this was another auction that I won. This was from the airport authority. So I was not able to film on location during the pickup. But you can see we picked up a lot of very interesting stuff. You'll recognize the server blades right away. There's also a number of desktop computers and tower style servers in here. We've got this big equipment rack with a lot of stuff in it. I have no idea what's in it, so right now I'm just going to call it stuff. That one's going to be interesting. What I need to do here today is get everything out of the truck and break down that rack because it's heavy. I mean, it's heavy. It took a forklift to get it in there, and I can't be carrying it around in the truck all over the place. So the first goal here today is just to get that broken down so I can have the truck back. And I got the back seat is also stuffed full of computers, monitors, and towers. So I have really got my work cut out for me. I'm going to try to inventory stuff as best I can, but I have going to have to work pretty quickly here. I'm not going to bore you all with recording all of the loading and unloading and things like that. That's immaterial, but what we'll do is we'll be scrapping out this stuff over time, so I will reference back to everything that was gathered up during the course of this. All right, well, we've made some good progress getting everything out that was around this big tower. Now you can get a better idea what's in the tower. We've got some loose boards down there. We've got a great big battery. The racks are all still in there. So I've certainly got my work cut out for me, taking that apart. But at least now I can set it down on its side or something like that. I'm probably going to open the door and try to get that battery out because that's going to be really heavy. That might help me to be able to maneuver this around some. In addition to the big tower, we got two old CRT monitors, and we also got a couple of flat screens, an old printer, the kind that has the paper with the dots on the edge to feed it through. I haven't seen one of those in forever. That's just a steel tray. There was a monitor and keyboard on there for probably, you know, talking to the computers. Got a bunch of small stuff here, some power supplies, some cameras, some Wi-Fi's. Over here we have a little Dell PC, a whole bunch of wire. All right, so there's inside this milk crate, there's wire and power supplies and things of that nature. Those, I'm not exactly sure, other than, you know, they're connection points for things. I'm gonna have to open one of those up and see what's inside there. That'll be interesting. But here's the real gems. All right. We had a bunch of switches and servers, blade servers. These boards here are some pretty high quality telecom type boards. Let's get one out here and take a look at that. So you can see here, that's a real nice older telecom board. We've got some socket ICs, big chunky flat packs, other ICs on here, some large MLCCs, MOSFETs. Look at these gold fingers. Those are some deep, deep colored gold fingers there. Some ICs and MLCCs on the back. So we got a bunch of those boards in these things, okay? Then we've got a bunch of switches of various sorts, HPs and catalysts and such. We've got a lot of server blades here, power supplies and blades themselves. There's a whole stack of them here, as you can see, that I'm going to need to get through. I also got these. There's 6 of these, and I have to get inside there, but there's some boards inside each one of those as well. Some of them say power supply, some of them say data. So I have to see what those guys are. Never seen that before. 1, 2, 3, 4 towers, in addition to that smaller one that I showed you. Some keyboards, some miscellaneous electronics kind of stuff. All right, so good haul. And I have got some serious work I got to get going on still here, because I want to get this thing emptied out, hopefully before about 3:30 or so. Let's see, what time is it? It is 2:20. So I've got about an hour to try to get this thing emptied out, so I can try to get it out of the truck, or if not out of the truck, so that I can at least lay it down, so I don't have this great big tower sticking up as I'm driving around. All right, well, we'll check in on some more progress later on. So I'm happy to report today's mission was a success. I got everything broken down and out of the truck on schedule. So that was really good. Here's the 2 monitors. That one there is really heavy. So I think that one's going to have a nice copper yoke on it, because that is one heavy son of a gun. The servers, that big server tower that you saw has all been broken down now. You can see there's some of the metal from it. Most of the metal frame is around the side of the house. I'll take it when I have a load of steel ready to go. Here's these things. I mentioned these earlier. These are connection points. I can see the gold in them. It's just going to be interesting to see if I can get at that gold that's in there, and I want to, and see what the board is like behind them. So these should be interesting to open these up and see what these are like. We've got the towers that I mentioned before, and this little Dell. A lot of server type stuff. So racks and things, and then from the server rack itself, I have all of the racks. The racks that came out of it. So, and a couple of those are really chock-a-block full of the boards from that server that I took apart. So a good haul today. It was a scrap from the airport authority. They were upgrading all their systems and had to get rid of all this stuff. So nice pickup, and I didn't have to spend much money on it. Weird situation. There just weren't a lot of bidders interested in it, I think, because it was all wrapped up in the plastic shrink wrap stuff, and people couldn't see what was in it, and it was labeled miscellaneous IT. So I think probably a lot of the bidders shied away from bidding on it, and I got it for a really good deal. So I'm very pleased with this haul. I have absolutely no doubt at all that I'm going to make some good change on this particular auction win. Okay, so mission success today. I got everything out of the truck. I got the rack broken down. The big pieces of steel are off to the side of the house waiting for me to do a steel run. And now it's just working our way through all of this wonderful stuff to see what's in it. Have a great day, everybody.